Today's class we are going to learn how to make this beautiful high-low flare blouse. The front is high while the back is low. You can see how it's progressing towards the side and then the back. It's a free top and it's very simple to make. If this is something you like to learn, kindly stay tuned to the end of this tutorial. Thank you. Okay, so this is an high-low dress. It's a flare dress. So I have folded my fabric. It's quite big, so I'm going to be showing you with super how I do that. What you need to do is to fold your fabric into two first, and after folding it into two, you're going to fold in a triangular form like this, in a bias form, in a complete triangular form. Form your flare like a half circle flare. So that is what I have on my table here. So now what I'm going to do is to have my basic body. So this is just a basic body that stops around the armhole area. So here, when you fold it, you have two sides that's completely folded. You can see this part is completely folded, and this other side has some side open. Excuse me, you can see. So this part that is completely folded is going to be your center front and your center back. So that is where you are going to match your center front, the center front of your pattern. This is the center front. Remember, this is where the armhole is, which is the side. So we are going to match those center fronts together like this. Make sure that they align. Make sure that your shoulder, you have enough for your shoulder as well. So once you have that, you can go ahead and then pin it down so that it can stay in place for you. So after doing that, the next thing I'm going to do is to mark the length that I want for this blouse. So like I said, it's a high-low blouse. I'm going to make it a little long so that my high-low effect can show very well. It can be as long as you want. So now here, this is the shoulder. You can see the shoulder. This is like my starting point now. Where my shoulder is my starting point. So here I'm going to be taking that measurement, that length measurement from there. So now from there, I'm going to mark my full length for the blouse. So here I'm working with 36 inches, so I'm going to add one seam allowance to that to make it 37, and then I'm going to mark that all round. So I'll just shift it a bit so that you can see what I'm marking here. Okay. So I'm doing that from the shoulder like I explained, and I'm going to mark out 37 inches all round. So after marking that, the next thing is to go ahead and connect all of them together, and then we are going to cut this out. So like I said, it's a very simple tutorial. Okay, so I have connected, I have marked and connected it so that we can have something smaller. I'm going to go ahead and cut out the hem first. So I'll just grab my scissors and then cut what I have marked here. On the hem. So after that, I'm going to continue with the drafting. So now we're going to go to the beginning again. I'm going to cut around this paper exactly what I have there. I'm cutting out my armhole. The neckline measurement that I have here is still for the back. So when I cut out the back, I'm going to remove it and cut the front as well. So this is my shoulder. And this is my back neckline. Okay, so for the side, to reconcile the side, if you have added allowance to this pattern, you will not need to add allowance again. But I have not added allowance to mine, so here I'm going to add my seam allowance. So after adding my seam allowance there, I'll go ahead and take my ruler and then connect it to somewhere else. So you can just eyeball it. So as I'm cutting, you can see I'm just connecting it to where I have my seam allowance there. So you can see. So the other side that is still closed, I'll go ahead and open it. So now what I'm going to do now is to attach this paper carefully and remove one of these. Remember, we have two, one for front and one for back. And I said I have only cut out the neckline for the back. So I'm detaching that now, and then I'm going to rearrange it and place my pattern back on it. So after placing my pattern, I'm going to go ahead and cut my back neckline. You can see my front neckline. So here I'm going to hold it down and then cut the neckline. So it can be a sleeveless, or you can cut out a sleeve for this. I'm just going to cut a regular basic sleeve for this, and then I'm going to also cut a facing. So if you notice, the neckline is small, so the head may not be able to pass through it.